Well, good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone doing today? My name is Gina, and I'm doing great. So, are we ready for our mission inspiration for the month of March? All right. So, for those that don't know, Mike Deacon created this several years ago, and I used to do it, and then I didn't do it, and now I'm doing it again. So, here are our prompts for this month. And here are some just things to help you, get inspired. You can either do all the prompts, one of the prompts, none of the prompts. You can either use these or not use these. I mean, there's no rules to this. You just do what you feel you want to do, right? It's just there to inspire you to do something. So, that is why I love it. So, I've got my journal here. This is mixed media paper. That was last month's. Oh my gosh. Stanford. You just gotta love him. This is, mixed media paper that I use. So, let's get started, shall we? I am going to be using a couple of pages out of this paper pack. I got it from Hobby Lobby several years ago, so I don't know if they still carry it or not. But it's got a kind of cool, groovy things. And here are my stencils I'm going to be using today. I just love this geometric, and this is from Tonic Studio. So, just love that. And then these remind me of Chanel things, right? Because I'm going to be cutting out a couple of these beautiful women as my focal image and do things with them. So I thought that would be fun. And I've got a cardstock here to glue these on so they'll just have a little bit more weight to them. So now that you know everything that I'm using, let's get started. Out the two women that I wanted to use, the two ladies. And then gluing them onto the cardstock and just letting them completely dry before I fussy cut them out. I will then use my distressed inks to make the background. I used a dark yellow at the corners and then a light yellow in the middle and then a dark green on the bottom corners and a light green in the middle to kind of blend it all together. I knew I was going to do blue and red for the dresses on the ladies, so I wanted colors that would complement that. So that is what I used. I also did some splatters with some other greens and yellows and with just plain water along with some spritzes because it is distressed ink and it's, a cool effect to do to put water on your paper. I let it dry completely, and while I'm letting it dry is when I will fussy cut my girls out, my ladies here, my 50s ladies. That's what they reminded me of, is 50s ladies. I take a black marker and go around the edges just to get the whiteness off of it. And then I do my favorite stamps in the green and yellow colors for the background, just to give it some interest, And then I will end up putting the stencil on, and this is when I use the gesso with my fingers because I'm putting it through this groovy stencil that I really like. I like this geometric shapes here. And then I will end up gluing with matte medium the map pieces onto the background here, just in a few spots. Now for the fun part, to color my ladies. Again, I knew I was going to use reds and blues, and I just haphazardly put this stuff in. I wasn't really thinking much about it, just using dark blues and light blues, kind of making the dark blues where shadows would be. I also will use like a yellow ochre color to where the white would be, to have that in. I use also like a lightish purple that's also going to be used as kind of a shadow as well. The cool thing with markers is, you can build up on them and you can get a lot of good depths if you go over the same color. I will change the skin tone a little bit by using a skin color. And I will put rosy cheeks and a little bit of lipstick on her. And the cheeks got a little bit too rosy, so I will end up putting that yellow ochre color over where her cheeks are to kind of just counteract it, you know. So you see there, she looks like she's sunburnt. I didn't want that look. So I will just continue to color on her, and you see where I've already colored, and then I'll go over again where I want the colors a little bit deeper to do more shadow work on here. And I think she turned out beautiful. That's where I kind of correct her sunburn there, but and then give her a little bit of eyeshadow, and I will take my micro pen and make her lashes a little bit better. Then I just rinse and repeat on the other lady. So to, you know, color her up and give her more depth. I will use my white gel pen on them to put highlights, and on her I wanted to do her skirt had polka dots on it, but you could barely see it, so I just put them on to make them a little bit more, you know, bam, in your face. But I think they turned out cute. I really liked doing it. It was mindless, you know, you're just kind of recoloring what was already there. So it was pretty fun. Kind of digged it. I felt that the map pages needed to have a little bit of color, so I used old paper on there. Then I wanted to do circles, so I got out my stencil, and at first I did them in this black marker or pen, and I decide there's not enough, so I put more, and then you will see later on that I use green and yellow too to actually make them really pop. And here I'm putting color through a stencil. I'm using red and blues to kind of complement again the young ladies that we have. There you see more circles and the colors that I mentioned. I really loved the way that ended up looking. Then I just glue them on, and I leave them, I turn it upside down and put like a heavy book on it to make sure that they stay down. And there they are. They are so cute. And then I will write a quote. I can bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan, because I felt like these were 50 women, you know, and they usually just stayed at home. But these women don't. They go to work and they take care of the household. And then I am putting a little bit of shadow work with a soluble watercolor pencil. And there you have it. There is my mission inspiration. I loved it. I hope it inspired you.
Okay, and so here it is, finished. I think it turned out pretty cool. It's, you know, March, so the green colors kind of tie in pretty well. I love how the women came out just by using markers on them, make them pop a little bit more. So I'm really enjoying it. I wish I would have just put this a little bit further down is all. But other than that, I'm quite pleased with it. I love the little circles. I think that gave it a nice little different element, and the texture from the gesso. So all in all, I'm very pleased with it. Well, I hope this inspired you. If it did, please give the video a like, share it even, and subscribe if you've not subscribed. All those things will help my channel to grow, and I would appreciate it so, so much. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later. Y'all be good to one another. Bye.